Well, welcome back, my friends, to another one. Scott, we going every day until we hit 100K. How can you do it, Scab? That's exactly what we're going to talk about doing. This is the Hellcat, I believe, and I believe it was designed by Bobby Shoe. Now listen, I'm going to show you the knives I want to show you for this video. I'm going to do my intro, and we're just going to jump right in. The past 2 or 3 days, I've been asked several times, seriously, how do you get the knives? How do you get all the knives you get? Are they yours? Are they expensive? How do you get the knives in to do all the reviews that you do? Because we do a lot of content. We do a lot of shorts. I want to tell you about it. And I'm not mad. I'm not upset. I like these kind of questions because it's content. And real quick, if you're a new guy, if you're starting out in this thing, this knife review world, if you really want to jump into it, be consistent. Somebody said, well, Scab, I don't have that many knives. That's why this September, Old Scabber is going to start the first ever hard use pass around group. Sponsored by Old Scabber. We'll get to that. Listen, there was a time in this country where 22 veterans a day took their own lives, and the stats are everywhere. Tomorrow's the 4th. Happy 4th, seriously. It's where we as Americans celebrate Independence Day. That number's going to be higher. That's why here on this channel, we focus on the number 0. If it's anything over 0, it's simply unacceptable. And all that means, man, is we love you. You have a place here. You're not going to hear any anti-military bullshit here. We're back to blue over here. We support live all most misunderstood thing we've done, and that's okay. I can't explain it every day. All I can tell you is these are my causes. They don't have to be yours. We can agree to disagree. How do you do it, Scabber? Well, I don't break the damn law. I used to do it every day. I was just explaining that to my grandson, but I don't anymore. So that's how we do it. And finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. So listen, I get my knives a bunch of different ways. Now, every knife that I'm going to show you guys, it comes in a different way. So let's just jump into it. First and foremost, a company will reach out and say, Scab, would you be interested in us sending you a knife for review? Rosecraft Blades, the Aries Rex. I absolutely adore this knife. I just did a short on it. For me to say yeah, because I've got and this just comes as you're on YouTube a lot and your numbers start going up, companies, the same companies hit everybody. And I've got a shit ton of emails. Would you like a knife? Would you like a knife? For me to accept that knife, I have to believe in that company at least a little. I have to like their stuff at least a little. I have to like the person at least a little. Meaning, I don't just take everything in. I don't, okay? There has to be something there that sparks my interest. But you got a company like Rosecraft. I adore Rosecraft. Here's the biggest thing with Rosecraft. I like the people at Rosecraft, and they are shooting and working hard to have a plant open in Maryville, Tennessee in the next 5 years. And they're going to start some fixed blades that are going to be American made. I am behind Rosecraft. I love them. They're doing what they have to do right now to get off the schneid. That's the first way, companies. So you got Work Tough Gear. You got Rosecraft. You've got O-Knife. You got Carnivora. I feel like I'm missing somebody now. Spartan has sent me knives. Phobos has sent me knives. And a couple other companies have sent me knives. Okay, those are going to be a different category. All right. Now, Jack Wolf Knives sends me knives. The other category we're going to talk about in a minute. So, we just covered Rosecraft. How else do I get knives? Well, this is a Case XX. The other way that I get knives is there are subscribers. This is from JR, who send me knives to review. Now, I'm not going to try to name everybody, so if you send me knives, please do not get upset. I've got 2-3 folks that send me knives consistently. JR, I'm going to mention him because he's the one that kind of started the ball off rolling. He has a massive collection. So he'll send me a box probably every other month of 5, 6, 7 knives, something like that, to review. I review JR's knives, get them done, and I send them back to him. I have other subscribers. Timbo just sent me some knives to check out that go back to them. Not everything that comes into this channel is a gift or is mine or is anything like that. That's the way I want it, okay? That's the way I want it. Point blank, period. Why? Because you get to a point with knives, like my collection started to get larger and larger and larger, and honest to God, there is enough, right? So that's why we're starting that. That's why I'm going to start that hard use pass around group. So I want to share with that. But JR sends them. Timbo sent them. And guys, I just don't want to go down that road because I don't want to leave anybody else out. Now, they send them, I review them, send them back. Rusty Knife Lover is another one. I am going to mention Rusty because he was one of the few. Now, these guys send knives to other reviewers as well. They are community guys who help out. Anybody that sends me a knife needs to understand this. I'm going to do my testing on it. I do hard use. I'm going to. Now, am I going to chop and baton with this? No, come on. I'm going to find some different things to do and try to showcase it, but I'm going to use a knife. As I upgrade my equipment, I'll get some knives in just to kind of do some tabletop here and there. On high-end knives, I have zero desire to do a tabletop review on a budget knife. I'd rather take it out, use it, and be done with it. That's why I'm not in any pass-around groups. It wouldn't make sense. You can't have like 3 or 4 guys like myself in a pass-around group with folders. By the end, they'll have to be redone, right? Rusty Knife Lover, it sends knives. I'm sending these knives to Billy Ford over at Apex Alchemy when I'm done. So you got guys who help out like that. Here's another prime example. And I'm just showing y'all some knives. This one was one of the ones Timbo sent. It's the Free Reign from Demco USA and Magna Cut. So what does this do when subscribers send me stuff? This is what I ask of everybody. And Timbo's a content creator, so it's not just subscribers. Y'all get the drift. At this point, with the amount of knives that I have in, guys, if you send me something to review that I'm sending back to you, it's going to be a month, maybe 2. I do the dead level best I can to get it done, but I've got a stack of knives over there. I know, first world knife problems. I'm not bitching. I'm just trying to explain to you how I do it. The other way is this. There are certain companies. Now, this is Tops. Thanks to a lot of folks, but Jason Fleming over at Straight Edge Knives, who worked the Tops booth at Blade Show, he introduced us to John, and John put us on the list. So I don't know that this is going to be a continuing thing, but Tops, I've done, now they've sent me their Silent Hero 4 to do. This is the second one they sent me, the Bestia. I picked this out, or Bestia. It looks like a dang boomerang, doesn't it? Look at that. It's like a boomerang. My grandson's putting a model together right there, or Legos. So some companies don't just jump in and go, hey, we'll send you free knives, all you want. Now, but some do, but not Top. So that breaks down as well. So I've got companies that send knives that I am more or less an ambassador for. I try to let you know that up front. Most people know that up front. And again, you can tell who I'm an ambassador for by how hard I go on their knives. And if I hadn't said that, Work Tough Gear, I've got to throw them in because they have kept me, before anybody else, company-wise, really invested in me. Work Tough Gear invested in me. I am forever loyal to Work Tough Gear. And let me just say this, and let me tell you as honestly as I can. I support Work Tough Gear. And I hear people, I've seen it the other day, oh, are they going to make a run of 10? No, dumbass. They make a run of 50 to 100 to 150. There are 6 people that work at this company, and they pump out quality, consistent knives. I'll stand with them. I'll put my name on them. And we do, you get. I know that. But if you'll listen half the damn time and join the Facebook group, Work Tough Gear Adventure Team, you'll know when they drop. It irritates the shit out of me when somebody talks trash about a company when they're trying to grow. We jump up and down about, American dream and work. Well, when a guy that's American educated is trying to build a company with 6 guys, you got a bunch of spoiled brat bitches sitting over talking about it. They ain't going to buy a damn knife anyway. So there's that. Work Tough Gear, I love them. And somebody's going to get mad. I do not care. I promise you I don't. So you got Work Tough Gear sends me all I want. Rosecraft sends me a ton of knives. Then you have companies like Tops that'll send me, and we're kind of building that relationship. The Billy Waugh demo. DJ Horn sent me his Billy Waugh demo. I've told y'all this story a million times. Billy Waugh is an American icon. Rest your soul, Billy. He passed this year. Billy Waugh was the oldest CIA paramilitary man to fight in Afghanistan. They dropped him into Afghanistan in 2001 at the age of 71 to fight, right? That's tough. I'm 51 and I have to hold on to the wall to go pee. Billy Waugh, this was sent to me, or the original one I did was sent to me by DJ Horn. Tucker, shut up. We got a light pole out there that's fell over because a drunk asshole hit it right here on July 3rd, waiting on them to come fix it. So there you go. And he knows I'm kidding. The Billy Waugh demo. So DJ sent me the first one, right? Sent me the first one. I did the review on it. Mrs. Claire at Strack HQ. Now, if you don't know who Okay, let me back up. Bill Harsey, Robert Young Pelton, and Billy Waugh got together and designed this knife. Lion still made the knife, and I believe DJ Horn put them together. That's how DJ got in the mix. He sent it to me. He gave me very specific instructions on how to review the knife. This is what DJ said to me, Scab, they want a hard use review, a real hard use review. The couple of people that's reviewed them before you have not done that, and they put out misinformation. Don't embarrass me. That's what DJ said. I got the knife. I said, DJ, he said, don't, just do what you do. So we stabbed tires. We beat the hell out. We did everything we did. As a thank you, Miss Claire, and now you remember I just said Robert Young Pelton's one of the designers. Miss Claire is one of his daughters who owns and runs Strike HQ. She reached out to me and said, Scab, in appreciation as a gift, we would like you to have your very own. They gave me the number 22, which I thought was just phenomenal. I don't know if you can see it right there, number 22. DJ Horn anodized these scales. We did them blurple, kind of a bluish purple for my boy E. And then he put me a new edge because I did another hard use review on it. I absolutely adore this knife. So that's one of the ways that I get knives. So as a gift, as a thank you. And I hope everybody's kind of keeping up with this. And I'm sorry to go off on a little tangent there. It's just you hear something so many times with companies that you're invested in that believed in you. And when they believe in you, you want to repay that, you know, and I do. So lastly, and we'll wrap it up. Carnivora. Carnivora, some of the knives I keep, some of the knives I send off to other people to test. I do a lot of stuff off screen for Carnivora. That's why I always tell you guys, and again, this is the Hellcat designed by Bobby Shoe. This is why I always tell you guys, watch the knife work, okay? I don't want to try to influence you or swing you either way. I know that I do at times, okay? I get passionate about Carnivora because their knives speak to me. I like kind of the crazy outlandish stuff, always have. The fact that it actually works and it's not a wall hanger just makes it all that much better. There's some work guys pulling up, so I'm going to wrap this up because, Tucker's a dog and he does dog stuff, right? Can't fault him for that. I want to hit two things. One is Steven Sabo sent me in the first group of knives for the Donnie B All Day raffle. I was going to do an unboxing of them tonight. I'm not because JR sent some, Jed Hornbeak sent some. Guys, July the 12th is the last day to get knives to me for that raffle. We're going to get all the knives together. We're going to get a tier system together, and then we're going to sell them we're going to sell raffle tickets at different prices. Basically, we're going to do it just like we run everything else. Nothing, not one dime. Let me say this again. Not one dime will come to anybody other than Donnie B All Day. The way we're going to do that is we're going to have you donate to his PayPal, screenshot the receipt. There's no pertinent information on there. You will then send that to an email as verification. No money comes to us. It never has. It never will. I'll give you more details on that as we go. Sabo, brother, thank you so much. I told Sabo I was going to do an unboxing today, but then everything's just gone to hell, and it's better to do everything at once. Excuse me one day. Basically, what happened, I put a short out on it. Caden and I, my grandson and I, ran to Walmart to get some things. We're pulling back up to our street. I see my Megatron's car in the front yard, or in the street. I see my light pole leaning over and electrical wires in my driveway. First thing I thought was, tree fell. No, I guess a drunk driver come and hit it, and it's just been chaos ever since. And that's really why I just kind of wanted to do this video real quick and get it out to you. Guys, listen, I get worked up about a lot of stuff. I really do. And that's just me. It's always going to be me. I'm not changing who I am. And it would be untruthful to tell you I'm working on not. I'm passionate about this knives, and I'm passionate more about this community. I got some things in today from Mama D. If you don't know who Mama D is, I'm going to put a link to her channel. I'm going to pin it. I believe it's Sweet Dreams and Creations. And every time I start to do this, I just have brain farts. I love Mama D, and I got a letter in from her today. And I don't normally do this, but I'm going to read it. You know what? I'm not going to read it. Thank you, Mom D. Much love and appreciation to you. But here's what she did. A few months ago, we lost Matt Pearson. Matt was a pillar of this community, and he was an awesome dude, man. I love Matt, just like many of you love Matt. Mama D and some others, and let me just see. I believe she had some stickers, and listen, if somebody else had these made up, just let me know. But I believe Mama D had these stickers made up, and they're just in remembrance of Matt. That's what I'm telling you guys. I might get fired up. I might get worked up about certain things. But every time I get fired up and worked up about certain things, one little bit of teeny negative in this community doesn't hold a candle to the love, the respect, just the beauty that it is when we draw together. Mama D, thank you so much. And again, guys, I'm going to pin a link to her channel. Shout out to her. And guys, if you just want some positivity, I know negativity gets clicks and views. I know it does. But if you just need a positive light in your life, if you just want that positive light, go over, subscribe to her, and check her out. I know this has been a different one. I love y'all. God knows I do. God bless y'all. I hope he does. I'm Scab. You're not. Happy 4th. We'll be back tomorrow.